You hear that? That's the awkward silence of a family dinner after you just got caught vaping. Most vapes contain high levels of nicotine and disappointment. Brought to you by The Real Cost and the FDA.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I wanted to talk on NBA 2K because I feel like people need to know that the game is not going to change because you want them to change, or if you write a bad review, it's gonna change, or if it's the only way for that game to change is if people stop buying it. I mean, people stop playing it. People just need to abandon the NBA 2K ship. Like, ditch it, jump off, go overboard, do whatever. But that will be the only way that company will actually fix that game. Because, no, if you look at when WWE, underneath the same company, WWE 2K20 came out, and it was the worst wrestling game of all time. But what did the fans do? They overall just stopped playing it. Yeah, there was maybe some out there that was still playing it. You'll see a clip occasionally here and there. But every time, though, it was just... Because, see, here's the thing. I feel like what they'll do is the initial gameplay, like you playing basketball, that's going to be the only thing that they focus on. That's going to be the only thing that they make sure is like top tier, because they know people are going to post clips. They know people are going to post videos. So they're just like, okay, they're not even going to be worried about like the cut scenes or the whatchamacallit, like the not park, but like that free roaming area, like outside of playing basketball. You know, people ain't really there for that. People ain't really, you know, or even just like the overpriced like stuff that they have in there. And it's like, my thing is this. There's so many different things that they need to fix with that game. It should have been fixed like 15 2Ks ago. But nothing has changed. And it honestly, it trips me out how every year, people don't even realize. And I feel like, you know, if you're one of those like rich and famous content creators to where you can drop like $60, $70 on the next 2K game, continuously buy like points to up your team or to up your character, yeah, it's like, you know, they're not gonna trip about it. But you're day-to-day people like myself, where like you want to spend your money on a game but like spend it wisely. 2K, I'm telling you right now, to your day-to-day individual, if you ain't rich, stay far away from 2K. That's my advice to 2K players out there. If you're not rich, stay away from it, because that's the only way that game is surviving, is by content creators that still continuously play the game. Like, yeah, you know, you got your people streaming it, you got your people posting videos about it and stuff, but it's like your day-to-day people. Of course, we're not gonna get heard or listened to unless we go out and write some review and everybody likes it. But other than that, it's like, bruh, that game failed a long time ago. And I had to say it was maybe like, I wouldn't say last year's, but I think it was the 2K before that. I remember I gave up hope on a 2K game changing. Like it was maybe like 2-3 2Ks ago, and I just gave up hope. I was like, if that game was going to change, it should have changed a long time ago. They shouldn't. You're just continuously releasing the same thing over and over again. What, you're changing some details? What, the crowd's clothes? LeBron James having a few more sweat droplets on his forehead. What else? The free roaming area, the story mode. Bro, no, man. Like, my thing is this. When I play a game, I want a different experience. I want it to be to where, like, okay, the thing is like, I know that like training is required on like being a good top tier basketball player. Why not have it? Because I feel like that there are people out there, you know, myself talking on myself, but there are people out there, all right, with like I wouldn't say like very little, but like they have some knowledge of basketball, right? And my thing is this: if I'm playing a video game, you would think like a video game will kind of like help you or guide you on like what to overall do. But imagine if every video game out there had that same knowledge as 2K. Let's just say there's this one game that just recently came out called the Gardening Simulator. Now imagine if 2K was behind that game. People will have some of the most deadest gardens because they seem to think that like when people are playing, you know, NBA 2K, like there's everybody, each and every person out there, they have all the knowledge that you need to know about playing basketball. Now, I feel like that there are some, I feel like I understand the concept of basketball, but the way 2K makes it seem like there's more of a thinking matter when it comes to basketball. But here's the thing, I'm playing a video game. I'm trying to have fun. I'm not trying to play a game to like, because if the thing is this, I do want to learn something from that game. But not in the way that 2K does it, okay? Because they have it where it's like you either play the game, you know, like play the story mode, and then you have all these crap games, and then at the very, very end, that's when you decide. Because I'm pretty sure, I'm 100% sure that there are probably people out there that's winning championships left and right, like on the final few weeks of the previous 2K. Like, they're doing crazy good. And then all of a sudden, next 2K comes out, start all over again. Why is that? Why is it that? Because if it had been on some stuff where it was like your character transfers over and then they just have it where it's like he has that same skill level, but it's like you have it where it's like we're a 60 overall rating and we're just trash. Like the fact that NBA Live 19, right? I played that game. I don't even think I played that much of that game, but I played that game. I remember the last time I had played that game, the only reason why I stopped playing it was because like it was old and it was kind of like glitchy and buggy and stuff, and they don't really be doing updates on it anymore. But I remember when I last played that game, I was playing so well, and I'm like, why can't 2K do the same thing? Like, honestly, it trips me out because, no, I honestly think whoever it is behind NBA 2K, they do not care. They do not care at all. And it's like the fact that I played WWE 2K, and they have it where they give you that feeling. It's like, and I don't know, maybe it's because I know more wrestling than NBA 2K, but I'm like, bruh, I feel like it's like it should be one and the same. It shouldn't be on some stuff where it's like you're just mad trash every like, you know, year the game comes out. I mean, when I like, and so to overall talk on my experience of playing the last WWE 2K game, when I, you know, playing that game, you're wrestling, you doing all these crazy different stunts, bro, I felt like I was unstoppable when I played WWE 2K. Now, why is it that I can't have that same feeling when I play NBA 2K? Why is it that I'm like, bruh, my thing is this. Video games, just to remind people, video games are supposed to be unrealistic. They're not supposed to be realistic. That's why when you look at WWE 2K, you can't hit nobody across the head like 15 different times with a sledgehammer. That's called brain damage, right? You can't like jump off of like some like not small, well, no, it wasn't like buildings in there, but there was like things you can jump off of. It's like you can't jump onto that on like pure concrete ground and then like come back next week. So like, yeah, there's like a part of it that's kind of like carrying over to the video games, but they make it extra unrealistic. And I feel like that they're going like they're trying to do that same thing with NBA 2K where it's like, oh yeah, it's realistic, but we're gonna make it even more realistic. No, there should never be an even more realistic part of a video game. The video, if my thing is this, if you guys want to come out with a basketball simulator, then say that. But if you are trying to do this for like arcade reasons, a reason it's like a person that just, you know, play a video game, have fun, NBA 2K, the way that the route that you guys are going down, I don't even need to play the game, but I have a gut feeling, okay? My gut, my heart, my brain, my soul, everything about me is telling me this 2K isn't any different. And the reason why I know that, thank God for reviews. I just went on to Steam right now, and it already has a mostly negative review. So what my thing is this, to 2K, what does that overall say about your guys' game? They ain't even on some stuff where it's like, oh, well, the game did just come out. No, bro, the game comes out every year, and that's the same thing every year. it always has what? Probably a little bit further down the road, it's going to go from like mostly negative to maybe mixed, but it still might be at mostly negative. Like, it's like mixed, but there's probably going to be more negative reviews than positive reviews. Or it's going to be the negative reviews stand out more, and people are only just probably writing positive reviews because it's like, what, their first or second time playing the game? Like, they're not like, you know, to people like myself where it's like, you done played more than like 2Ks. I feel like once you young got past that third one, you should start noticing, this game ain't really changing much. But there's, I don't know, maybe there's people out there that notice that, and maybe there's people that's not, but I just think that there's so much wrong with 2K. It's like, you guys, you can fix the game. You have the money and the resources to fix the game. Why is it a copy and paste every year? But no, this is what I overall like. If it was, because I know people will probably ask me, what would I do to change that game? Okay, first off, what they got right now, scratch it. Starting all the way from the bottom. Scratch all of that stuff. So what I would do, alright, so like let's say, you know, with that like just forced multiplayer stuff, separating that. 100% separating that. Now that free roaming stuff, I never mind didn't care about the free roaming stuff. I know people didn't overall like that, where it's like, oh, you gotta run everywhere you go. But I'm like, I would have it where it's like, if you want to fast travel, you could do that. But if you want to like run around, explore and all that stuff, you very well can do that. But I'll have it where it's like, maybe it's like a car or a Uber or whatever and stuff. You have that option. Or you could go back and forth on the sidewalks or whatever, you know, and explore and look around and stuff. I'll have like some things where it's like stuff that's like, it will like, you know, like places where like, okay, so if it was like a multiplayer, if we had to do it like that, I'll have it where it's like, okay, people can like, you know, it's PlayStation Home. It would be something along those lines, right? And I mean, it's kind of like that now, but it's just way too buggy and crappy. So that's why I'm like, if you want to play online, I will have that section where you can play online, or you can have like the section where you play offline. So I definitely will have that. That's probably going to run the game up some gigabytes, but oh well. My thing is this. I want people to be able to play that game and have fun. Now, when it comes to overall playing basketball, I will have it instead of a person, because I know that there's games out there where it's like, you know, they have like the practice and all that stuff, figuring out what you know, what you're good at, instead of having it where a person just chooses what position. Because I feel like a lot of times, if you got people like myself, you don't really know what position you're good at, so you're having to go back and forth. So I have it where a person, they play, you know, the game and see where their skill level is at, and then see what position that they want to play as. And then it's like, okay, if you're good as a center, play as a center. If you're good as a point guard, that. If you're good as a, you know, whatever other position, okay, you're good for that. But if you want to play as one of these other positions, then I'll have it where it's like, okay, here's this, you know, some training areas in that field to play, you know, as that position. But I'll have it where it does have that, you know, that simulation feeling and stuff, where it's like you're simulating what it's like to train and be better at the game of basketball. Now, getting to gameplay, I'm not going to have it where it's based off of this stupid overall settings where it's like, oh, you're at a 60 overall, so that means you ain't going to be making all your shots. You're not going to be this good. No, my thing is this. When you play, okay, because I can understand in real life where it's like if you mess up on your shots a lot, okay, that's real life. That's what that's supposed to be. But in video game world, okay, that's like if you have, if you're playing Call of Duty and you're missing all of your shots at shooting at people. You have a dead aim on that person, but still just shooting all around them. So that whole like, okay, you're going to be missing all these crap ton of shots, gone, out. I'm not going to have it where a person where they play the game and they feel like that the game is defeating them, or they feel defeated because they can't shoot their shots right. So that stuff where it's like, oh, a person is just going to... No, my thing is this. If you're going to have it where it's a story focused on your player, and he's this player that starts in high school, college, however they got the storyline going, but they have it where you're starting off at, you know, in this point in time in your life, and you know, fast forward it all the way to now you're in the NBA and things. I'm not going to have it where it's like, oh, you're playing trash, but you still make it to the NBA. No, I'm going to have it where you're playing good. I'm going to have it where it's like, it gives you a reason, and if you want to up the difficulty, I think that's what it overall needs to be, is just a difficulty difficulty base where it's like easy, medium, hard. And if you want to up the difficulty or up the, your challenges on shooting and things, then I will have that settings on there. But I'm not going to have it where it's like, it's just this automatic settings to where, you got like the shot meter thing. Cause I think there's been at times where that shot meter is just, it'll shoot on green, but it's still like, it's not, or it's like, it's high up there, in the shot meter where it's supposedly supposed to be good, but you still miss. It's like a 50-50 chance unless it's like that green and it flashes and things. If it don't do that, then it's a good chance you're gonna miss that shot and things. So all that stuff on missing shots, no, we're gonna have to get rid of that, because I'm like, a person's not playing a video game to mess up. They're playing a video game to win. Like, that's one thing people have always said. It's like, a person shouldn't play a game on easy. And it's like, if I'm trying to play that game to have fun, on top of that, if I bought the game, I should be playing that game to have fun, not to feel stressed out every time when I play the game. Then, okay, the last thing that I will do, if we're going to be releasing a game every year, I'm going to at least have it to where the player, whoever, can transfer their saved stuff over to the next game. And then, like, if they want to up, because I know they're going to be changing or no, just have it where it just automatically changes. So it's like, if you have like this version of Steph Curry or Michael Jordan or whatever, if they for some reason change the overall rating, because I know they'll have it where it's like, it'll be like a 2022 version of like Steph Curry. So it's like, if you have that, then it'll just change over. But if you have like prime Steph Curry from like few years back, that's gonna remain the same. That ain't gonna change and stuff. I guess, talking on that My Team stuff. But I think to just really make it like simple, just have it where the game is free. Just have it where the game is free, and then just every year it just has like a major update where it just changes up stuff. But I'm not gonna have it where it's like, oh, we're gonna, because I'm like, look at games like Fortnite. I'm saying, you would think you would look at them as like, some sort of like, not advice, but just overall like, what should we do with our game and how can we make it like that? Because I'm saying where 2K is at right now is far from being anything like Fortnite. I'm like, it's sad. And honestly, Fortnite, if they really wanted to, because all with all the different game modes that they had, if they really wanted to add like a basketball game mode, bruh, that's it. I'm like, 2K, close up the doors, because I'm like, it'll be like the, arcade version of it. It won't be like trying to make it all realistic like how NBA attempts to do their games, but yeah, I just personally think that there's a lot of renovations that they need to do to those games, and if they don't, then it's just, the game that just expect to see a lot of like, negative reviews with all your games in the near future and stuff. So, but anyways, and that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on a podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 43 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. Make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you are purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your first purchase. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.